Okay, guys. Hi. Good afternoon. This is Praveen from Keysight. So now I'll be giving you a short demo of what is to be done at the cloud side by the coordinators because our colleagues, field engineers, they'll be having access only to the handy part. We only have to create the projects and allocate them from cloud to the handy part so they can start the TTs. First thing is this link, which I guess everyone has. This is the common link, and based upon which vendor you are. The first one is for cell plan, next one is AWS, next one is enhanced. Like this, each and every vendor will have a separate set of credentials. Use only that to log in into your respective devices. For now, I'll log in into cell plan. And the passwords for all these have already been shared with the Ericsson team, with Mr. Dipanshu, and if you're from ROTN or other circles, it's shared with Mohan already. So you guys can use that. So this is the default layout which you see when you log in. And we have already almost, I've set up individual for you, Chennai separately, ROTN and Karnataka. So if you're from Karnataka team, you can just click on here. And over here, if you see, since we are going to use the same device throughout testing, we have created projects based on the IMEI. So it will be easier for everyone. You don't have to create a new project each and every time. So, so monitoring, I'll explain these in short. So monitoring, these are the places where you can see what are all the projects are created under your account, this account, cell plan. If it's IWS, it will be a different set. This is the projects, and if you click on the units, you can see what are all how many units are there. And if you see a green pink color over here, it means it's online. If it's not, if it's offline. So with that, you can confirm that the uh, the device which you are using currently is connected to cloud or not. Do make sure that this is there against your, for example, if you're using 5.6 like this, you should see a pink over here. Only that it means that the device is connected to the cloud. Okay, make sure that. So if you go under projects, yeah, monitoring. Okay, let me go here. Monitoring, after you create a project, you get all the sites over here like this. So today this site is being tested. Log into the cloud monitoring, click on your particular IMEI. You will start seeing all the projects created under it, and you can see the active live status over here. Then and there, as and when it is completed, you will get status completed or the timestamp at which it is completed. This I can show, for example, in TNCH. For example, this. So you see, these are the sites which has been driven with this particular device alone. And yesterday we did this. For example, I'm showing. Once the test starts and each and every test is being performed and the files are saved, you can see the update over here when it has been updated. Don't worry about this. This is not kind of mandatory or stuff. It can be failure as well. It doesn't affect any of our results. What are all tests you have already allocated, you can see over here, the stationary test and the mobility test. If you want to check something, you can just either, you can click over here, for example, DLUL, you can even quickly check over here by clicking on that. So FTP we'll see max throughput. This way you can check, or that's another way as well to check. This is just for a quick reference. If the DT is on site and you do have to give them a quick response, you can check it from here. Or you will, we generally take screenshots, snapshots. Okay, one second, let me open another one. Report as well, so it'll be easier. Yeah, so this snapshot is automated when you're running static DL for both sectors and static UL for both sectors and latency as well. So this point, you can either check here, or a better option would be to go under resources, files, map files, just put your site ID over here, IN31. So you'll get all these snapshots which have been loaded. You can just download and see. For example, I'm downloading this. So, yeah, so I've already, while testing yesterday, I've already downloaded. So you can see over here, real max throughput. This is the same snap, which will be connected over here, as you can see. So to check your throughputs and other stuff, you can go to resources, files, and map files over here. Just filter out your site ID and you can find everything. For if you want to check for VoLTE testing, we have three tests, right? VoLTE MO, VoLTE MT, and CSFP MO. Apart from the static DLUL, we have voice call testing. We have two types of voice call testing. One is CSFP MO, VoLTE MO, MT. For this, it is much easier. Just click on that file. You will get such page. Go to status, scroll down, and voice calls. So with this, you can make sure that it is a pass. All these gets updated live then and there when the DT is performing and the log file is uploaded into the cloud. So if it's 1 and 1, then it means it's pass. Sometimes you can see a disconnect also 1. So this may be 0 sometimes, maybe 1 sometimes. This depends upon if the field engineer manually disconnects the call or he allows the script to disconnect the call. In script, we have almost given 60 seconds for the call to auto disconnect. Certain cases, DT engineers, they disconnect manually. In that cases, you don't get a 1 over here. That doesn't affect the result because our main aim is to see if this call is getting performed, getting latched. And we have that very clear over here that there was an attempt that was connected. This is for OLTMO. Similar, you can check for OLTMT as well. It's from the same place, status, voice calls, and here it's the same thing. Same for CSFB as well. Okay, and in this attach and detach, what we mainly see is the SNGB addition time. Make sure always this meets the threshold, whatever is set to the particular circle. Okay, so now let me go on to the projects. Projects, we have already created the projects, Karnataka. So if you want to create a new project, do we have a new IMEI device right now, or we have an older one? Can someone ping me a new IMEI device which is yet to be registered? I can show you a live demo if needed.
Hi Parminji, this is Sunil.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm on site. So can you assign my site to my device?
Yeah, Anshu said he's already. Oh, sorry, what?
Yeah, actually, I'm in field, so I'm with the clerk,
Okay.
Actually, on my device, I have not any site assigned. So can assign and I will check from my sites it's working or not.
Yeah, you can do that. You can share your IMEI so I can create a project for you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, do
I'll
share your
share.
IMEI. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
And guys, yeah. So going forward, it'll be manually creating project. You'll have to create like this. Here we generally give the IMEI. Click on site acceptance. We are going only with the site acceptance because that's the activity which you're creating right now. Rest of it will be down the lane, maybe after all the site verifications are complete. So click on OK. You'll get this part. This is the setup of the project. These are the steps which we will have to go through. So you can edit it. Sometimes you will not get an OK over here. Don't worry. Just give your name, select your date. It doesn't matter which day and which time or the duration of it. Just click on OK. Second option is upload measurement files. You have two options, automatically and manually. The difference is automatically, as and when a script is complete, you will get a screen pop-up to save the results. So once you click save, if it is in automatic mode, the measurements will get automatically uploaded instantly into the cloud. Rather, if you feel that I'll do all the tests at once, like for at least stationary tests once, then I'll upload the files, because certain tests we might get fail and we might have to redo it. In such cases, if you prefer, you can keep it manually. If you give manually, unless and until you don't sync with the cloud, the files don't get uploaded. So you have to give that, okay? And don't forget that. After here, you can either create a folder under subfolder over like this, or we've created folder till the circles which are operative graph. You can include a specific folder. For now, Karnataka, I'll show next. And here is the BTS collection where you have to select your NBF files. NBF files are nothing but the cell files which we create. Even for that, if you see, I've put it IMEIs. So all the IMEIs which we are working on gets the complete list in it, like this. Okay. So for now, let me select one from which we already uploaded. If in case you have a different new device, you have a new circle, then before coming to this stage, you have to upload the NBF files under BTS as well. Over here, you have to upload your NBF file, these files. Remember, when you rectify it, it will show as text, but make sure the extension is NBF. You can see the type, right? NBF. Only it should be NBF, not the text file. If you create a file and it is only showing text, all you can do is create a copy of it, rename it, paste your contents inside it. So that will become an NBF file. You don't have to worry with the file. Okay. So you'll have to upload it over here. Click on upload. It will ask you. So for example, I'm giving this one. We have 817 over here. 817. Let me put it as test. Okay. So see, it got uploaded successfully and it will start reflecting over here. This we do have to do because while running the report, we need the sites to be present on the report, and sites here as well. Here is the site. Here is where we'll be using these two places. You do have to upload the NBF file. Don't forget. Okay. Import. If you have already a device over IME over here, click on that import data, and always only use the add new cells, because only the newer ones gets updated. If you select any other thing, there's a chance that your older data might get erased. Add new cells, and for example, let's put BTS 5. So there are only two new cells which got added to the list. And here you can see what are the two new cells, provided you know the name of the site, or you can check it over here. For example, what is that site? BTS 5, right? The JPR 841. So you can see over here JPR 841, or if the list is big, you can just type over here JPR, apply, you'll get filtered. So you can make sure that your site is imported. Also, you can cross check if your channel number, PCI, and direction is same before you proceed. So if these two places, the site files are uploaded, then we can go into project and we can start editing. Yes. Edit. Select BTS file. I'm selecting a random file. Okay. So you will start seeing all the sites over here. You can either, there are two ways to do it. You can either select the site like this and select, or you can put a polygon, select this polygon. If there are multiple sites, if there are 100 and 150 certain sites, you can select all the sites which are in the polygon get selected over here. And you can give next. Not a problem, because for our testing, we are going to test only one site. And in the handy also, the engineer can select the particular site, can filter out the particular site and do it. We are generally keeping it this way. We are putting multiple sites in a polygon because you will maintain the same list. You don't have to create a separate NBF file each and every time like this. You don't have to create separate every time. You can create the complete list and use it. So next, here is a place where you go assign your device. Currently, as you can see, there are no assigned units, which means no UE is connected to this particular project or this particular cell plan. Uh, the new UE is not connected to this new cell plan. So let me connect mine for here. See, you can see the assign unit. Click on it. It will ask assign as inactive. Click on yes. After it comes, you can activate it over here. If the UE is already being used in some other project, it will show you an update like this pop up saying it is in such. So if in case that's an ongoing project, you can cancel it. If it's an older project and you're okay with detaching the device, then click on activate. The device gets detached in that particular project and gets activated in this project. After this, click on next. So here is the files. Here is the place where we have to assign all the files for testing. We have to assign two set of files. One is the BTS file, which we uploaded during the test, so they can see all the site details on the handy interface. Next is the script files. These are the ones which we use for testing. So here as well, as you can see, I've categorized separately for each IMEI. Okay, so you can just go into the particular IMEI, you can just keep on clicking everything. Everything gets shifted over here. Since it's Karnataka, I'm going with this. Okay. So since we are not doing idle, you can remove it if you want, or if you can keep it. Anyways, we're not testing the idle. So these are the tests you're doing right now. There'll be two. There'll be two mobility. Even these two you can leave actually. Recently, last week only, Ericsson said you can leave these two. No more required. So these are the actual set of tests we are performing. Mobility, you have a DL and a UL. For static, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 total tests. Okay, remember, mobility ULDL is the PDSS throughput and PUSS DL throughput and the SCFT plots which you see. Uh, is that once again? So yeah, the SCFT plot and event plot, these two come from these two mobility. So with this, we mainly check this one, PDSH, uh, for PDSH DL throughput and PDSH DL throughput. These are the major critical ones which we have to keep checking time and again. If these are not good, this one and this one, then we might have to end up doing a redrive. So now the static attach, as I said, static attach, one second, sorry, wrong. Okay. Okay, static attach is is a script where we get the SNGP addition time. Browsing is for the YouTube and the video streaming part. CSFBMO, you already know if the voice call is getting connected. Static FTP UL, static FTP DL, these are used to get your max peak throughputs. The snapshots I showed, right? Max throughput, PDSH max, where's it? This one. So this and similar to this, you have for UL as well. This is UL, right? Yeah. Similar to this, you have for UL as well. That is taken from this particular script. So these two are for peak throughputs and ping. Ping is for RTT, round trip time. OLTMT, if the UE is capable of receiving a call on 5G, testing that. OLTMO, if the UE is capable of getting the uh, doing performing a outgoing call from Nemo Handy on 5G device, 5G network. And YouTube is for video streaming. Any doubts till now? You can ask me. Is it clear? You have any doubts? Because after this, the project is almost set up. Hello.
Ravanji, now it's
Yeah.
okay about what you're saying. Once we
Uh-huh.
to do, the doubts may arise.
Okay. Okay.
Need a
I have
try to work on it. We will have some doubts.
sure,
Now it's
sure. No, I mean, at least till what I've said, any doubts. This is the complete setup which you have to, when you add a new device, this is a base setup from scratch. Since we have already created, you can just copy paste the project. That will be more quicker. I'll show you that as well.
okay. Okay.
Okay, this is to give you an idea of what is actually happening on the cloud. How do we set up in the cloud initially? Okay.
Okay.
So click on next. And here is a create test template. This is where we create the tests. For mobility, use mobility test systems. For stationary, use stationary. Mobility test system. These are for the mobility testing. We have name prefix for this. Let me open that. Give me 1 minute. Name prefix. So this list is already shared with respective circle heads, like for Karnataka with Mr. Dipanshu and for ROTN and Chennai with Mr. Mohan. We've already shared this. So all you have to do is copy this. Right now, we are creating a test. This is only a one-time doing. You don't have to repeat it for each and every site. If you set up this project only once, you can just copy the whole project content into another one. Only change you might have to do is the NBF file. That's all. And over here, if you see, okay, thing is like, since we have uploaded the NBF file here, it starts showing how many sites. If you remember, here we have assigned 2 sites, right? Let it come over here. Yeah. So right now there are 4 cells, which means 2 sites. 4 cells, 2 sites. That's what it's showing over here. 2 sites. For mobility, it is in site level. For static, it is in sector level. So once you create this, make sure there are no gaps over here, front or at the back. This is main. The prefix is main. This a little bit change is also acceptable, but this there shouldn't be any change at all. Make sure this is as per this file. Okay. And if you come below, since we have already allocated assigned a unit, you can see that unit over here, the details of it. So click on the NR site, and in the drop down, you get an option to choose which script are we going to use. Since it's mobility FTP UL, I'm selecting mobility FTP UL. Save and close. So now we have created a script for mobility FTP UL. Okay, mobility UL. Same, you'll have to do for DL as well. I'm copying it in one shot because it reduces the time. You don't have to go back and forth within the notepad and this, but there's a chance that there might come a space or something in that. If a space comes in, then the report or the log file won't run. So just make sure it is correct. In our sites and here, HTTPDL, create and close. I'll show one more only for stationary. So stationary, stationary, let's say stationary volt EMO, stat volt EMO. And here, if you see, you can see cells. As I said, for stationary, it is sector wise, and for mobility, it's site wise. So select, don't forget to select this. Over here, stationary test, we're doing for volt EMO. So if you come down, you can see volt EMO. Select that, create and close. So this is how you have to do for all your 9 static and 2 mobility. Then next, here you don't have to do anything, publish. So now if you see under Karnataka, you can see our project is alive, active, sorry, okay, active. And the sites allocated in that project. Okay. So now this is the overall setup. Now I'll tell you a shortcut, or I'll tell you, since it is since we've already set up the entire thing, it will be easier for you. So all you have to do is, this project is already created. Take your IMEI, get it. Sunil, okay, he didn't give. Okay. So all you have to do is click on this, and yeah, remember, the project will start working only if you see active status. Projects, TNCH, it should be in active. If it's in edit, okay, I save as draft and I come out. You see in edit, if it's in this state, it will not work. It should be inactive. Do remember that. So if you see in edit, come over here, publish, then it becomes active. Okay. And also one more thing, when the drive is taking place, don't edit the project. Whatever changes you want to make, do it before the drive is taking place. Because in the middle, if you do the changes to the project, there is a chance that you might lose the data and the guy has to re-upload the whole set of log files. Okay, so as I was saying, like if you have another IMEI, just click on this, copy to, you can select any other project you want. Karnataka, let me put it as test. Okay, what I'm doing right now is, whatever I've created in this project, I'm completely copying the entire content of it and creating a new project. So test, since I don't have an IMEI, you can select your appropriate folder over here. After that, you will have to select a time. This is random. This you can give any time, but since you are creating now and you want to test it, give a current time. Like this, you can even give this, it does not matter. But since we are testing, give it the active time, copy. Yeah, so see, if this kind of error occurs, it means that this is already being used in one other project. So what you'll have to do is, you'll have to go to the project, deactivate that. 1 second. Deactivate the device. Okay, you got project created successfully. Earlier, since there was an active device connected to it, we were not able to copy it. Once you deactivated the device, we were able to copy it, because we are copying it for a different IMEI, right? Once it is done, please do remember, go into project and activate the device. If you forget to activate the device, the older project from which you copied, if you forget to activate the device, when the next person comes to use this device, they'll be facing a lot of problems. They'll not understand what has happened. It's always better check once or twice. So Karnataka, if you go and see the test which we have created, you have got it over here. Over here, the whole project is copied. Just edit. As I said, manually or automatically, it's up to you. Next, if you don't want all this, you can just unassign. Okay, 1 second. Since I copied it from TNCH, it is showing TNCH data. Let me copy it from Karnataka only. So it will show Karnataka data. Same issue. The device deactivated. To 1245. So this is the latest one. Okay. Go edit. See, informing you, I forgot to activate the device. Did it. Next. So you will have all the data in the NBF file which you have uploaded. If you don't want this, you can go to sites. If you have a different set of device, you can go here, click on edit. It'll ask if you want to change the NBF file. Change from the list which you have uploaded under sites. You'll get all this. You can select whatever you want and click on OK. So those sites, but respective to that NBF file start displaying. Another way, if you have like almost 20-30 sites over here, you want to search your site, you can also search here. For example, BLR 741 here. So you click on the site, it will zoom in. And this also will open. So you just have to select the NR part and click on active. Next, activate the device. It's showing it is activated in another project. Are you sure you want to do it? G1 activate. Next, same thing. See, everything is already there. We don't have to do it again and again. Everything's there. And you can go on. Only here the changes gets appeared because we are using a different set of BTS file. I mean, we are giving a different input to the system, right? So this time, all you have to do is select this. That's it. This is already there. The script is already selected. Only you have to select this, save and close. That's it. Same for everything. This one, already script is there, save and close. Here, cells, static browsing, save and close. So similar, you have to set for everything over here. Click on finish, publish. That's all. The project is created. Once the device, he logs in with the device, he'll be able to see the project in his device. All he has to do is, what is it? Documentation. Just 1 second. This document as well, I've shared it with Mr. Dibanshu and uh, Mohan. Kindly get it from them. This is step-by-step procedure how to set up the handy device. So once the project is over, this is the page which we see. Here you have to click on maintenance and sync with cloud so that they'll start. So when you click on maintenance, you get these options. Don't forget to check all three and click on OK and then sync with cloud. So after that, earlier you can see there are no sites. There's another option. This is another way of confirming if your handy is properly synced with your project. So here you can see just PK and details. Site is 00, test is 00. After you click on site sync with cloud, you can see the site details over here. How many sites are there? How many tests are assigned? So once that is done, click on continue and you'll start seeing your site on your handy app. So once you click on that, there'll be two dots most probably. One is blue dot, another one is either discolor or black dot. Blue dot is the field engineer's current position. So leave that, click on this dot and you will get a sector. The so it will open up like this. Once you click on that, it will show the sectors. The sectors will open up like this. After that, you will have to, depending upon which test you're doing, you can either select particular sector. Once you click a particular sector, this sites will pop up. This set of tests will pop up. You can select this test and start doing. Or if you're doing mobility, don't select an individual sector, just select the site. So both the sectors are selected. Click on the site, both the sectors are selected, and you can come back over here. After selecting the site or selecting the sector, if you're not automatically routed to this page, don't have to worry. This right top corner, this button, if you, the three lines you see, if you click on that, you will be automatically taken to this page. See here, it's a blue one. Well, you can select the scripts from here. And once you select the script, you'll have an option to click on continue, and you can come to this page and click on measure, and you can start the test. Yeah, that's yeah, cloud, I've already told you how to do monitoring. So click on a site, and the testing which I showed you for where you have to check, it's similar to what that is. As I shared earlier. And if you want measurement files, you can click from here. If you want instant results, as in like you want to check for static results, mobility and all, you can't check. You'll have to check it via the reports only. But statics, stationary tests, you can check it from here or from the snapshots which I showed. Measurement files, you can get it over here. All once they sync with the Nemo cloud, do the maintenance part, all the files will get uploaded. Remember, I was saying at the beginning, you do have to do maintenance. If you are in the manual mode, you have to do the maintenance. Only then the files gets uploaded. So you can from here you can download the files manually and process in your system. If you feel mobility is happening and the guy is doubtful about the data, what is happening, if the route is driven is okay or not, go to reports. You will get the report then and there. Okay, whatever is there, you can get it from here as well, or you can go to analytics, reports. Here also you can search. Here also you can search then and then. You can download the report. It will be generated every 10-15 minutes or something like that with whatever data is uploaded in the cloud. You can just click, and whatever data is available at that point to the cloud, we can check. There's a complete report. The snapshots we had at that time, plots we had at that time. So this plot we can see if the plot is okay or not, and we can suggest further to the field engineer if they want to do more or it's okay. Certain cases we'll be getting throughputs less like these red kind of areas. And if we can see this and suggest to the person, we can send a snapshot to the engineer and say him, okay, this route I have a problem, or here you can see a black small one. So please do redrive over there. That's all. The final report, uh, once the whole DT is done and everything's done, wait for just half an hour so that all the files will get completely uploaded. Max to max half an hour, tops half an hour, not more than that. Generally, it takes only 5 to 10 minutes, but on a precautionary side, depending upon the speed at the field level, we are just suggesting to wait max to max for half an hour. And the complete report, you can get it from here. No matter how old it is, you just have to, for example, J172, I guess, older one. Or okay, J172. Yeah, see, this has been done on 12th May. So this is a complete database for all your sites, whichever you have done from day one, it will be over here. Every day morning, once the project is created, only two things you'll have to do. Update your NBF file, come over here files, BTS file. Since there is already a file under your name, as in like, for example, 573 we have. Today we have added two new sites to the 573. So you can come over here, remove this, just delete it. Here you can't replace. So just remove it and upload the new file. So it will be having the updated database. But in sites, you don't have to remove anything. All you have to do is click on that particular import. And as I said, you have an option. If you want to change the duplicates, you can change. If you want to remove the entire database, you can replace the entire database, or you want to add only new cells, you can do it. And the naming convention, for the thing. This is standard. I suppose everyone has an NBF sample by now. If not, please let me know. I'll share it, or Mr. Dibanshu and Mohan can share it because I've already shared. So this should be as it, so that when we check on the, when we select the site, it see over here the naming. This is the naming convention which the NBF file and the tool gets mapped. PCI is PCI. It should be like exactly like that. See, system as system, tech as tech. This is how it gets mapped. Only then, if everything is properly mapped, only we'll be able to import the file. Else, we'll get an issue. Okay. So this is what we are doing with the cloud part. Any doubts? I guess over weekend, if you guys have time, you can try it out. I'm always here to um, reach out for help or any assistance as be required.